Good morning, ladies. This is Cheryl here from Junk Journaling Journey. I am going to do hopefully it'll be not a real long video, but I want to do a video about the Shabby paper and lace tabs that I have created an event for. I want to show you and explain in my way what we're looking for. And these, I think, are so beautiful and they look so pretty on a page. And I want everybody to look at this and think that they can make them, because they can. If you can make a cluster, if you can make, a collage of any kind, you can do this. So let's get started. I don't have one made, so I am doing this, from scratch. And what I have done is I have gathered together some things that we're going to need. Like to make these, you can use a brown paper bag material, like a lunch bag. This is packaging that came in my doTERRA box yesterday. I'm using that. The lady in the video uses some of these, the edge like this of notebook paper or something that you pull out. So I have some graph paper that's in there like that. I'm going to scrunch it up a little bit and make it look a little raggy. And I'm just going to tear a piece. So I have that. Okay. I have some textured, it's textured paper. Shiny on one side, but it's this lovely matte on the other side. I might use that. I just pulled some things. A piece of a coffee dyed doily. I thought that would be pretty. Book pages, of course. I save all my baking paper when I coffee dye, paper or whatever, and I use this baking paper, or I put it under my project so the paint or the whatever I'm using gets on that. I save all that and I use it because it's great collage fodder. Now the base of these are just file folder, and this is like 3 1/4 inches wide, and you can make them the length that you want. These are probably, let's get a page. Let's say that this is our page. Okay, let me fold it better. Let's say this is our page in the journal. It's a page edge. It's a tab. It's gonna go on there like that. It does not have to cover the whole thing. In fact, I think they look better if they don't cover the whole entire page. If they actually look like a tab. You can make them this length. You can make them shorter. I kind of dig the shorter ones, that you can kind of put anywhere on the page, and it kind of looks really cool. So she did them. The lady did them. I forget her name. It's Uniquely Ella. I think it's who did this. You'll have to look at the video. I did post the video. I'm going to take a little bit off of this. So I did cut them all the same width, 3 1/4 inches across, so that when you fold them, they're like this. Now, as you can see, they're not like, I didn't get too precious about it. I want them to look nice, but I didn't get too precious about it. So here's a long one, a medium one, and a short one. Let's go with that. And so they're going to go on your page edge. I don't know why I left this little tab on here. Maybe because I thought I would make it to put the opposite way. I don't know. I don't know why I left that on there. Let's cut it off, because I don't think it's going to be what I thought it was going to be. That was a faux pas. But anyway, you can put them on either side of your page. But they're super cute. They're going to have paper and lace, and this is the base. And so what we're going to do is we're going to cover tear this. We are going to cover that base with paper, just like you would when you're collaging anything else. Okay, so I got everything around me, and I have pulled out all my little bits and bobs. They end up in this tray. I just recently made 2 large journals. I made the Mother's Day journal, and I made a lavender and lace journal. And before that, I did some other projects, and I have all these little bits and bobs that didn't get put back. And so they end up here. Okay, I pulled them. Got another little thing where all kinds of little things always end up. Okay, I have buttons. Because instead of a bead dangle, I'm just going to put like a button on mine. And I'll show you how I do that, of course. I have laces. I have all the scraps from the recent stuff. And then, you know, you just collect this over time. And we're going to use some of it. So you can use scraps, basically. Like, you know, y'all have bags of scraps like this from collaging and doing masterboards and offcuts and jelly plate things, and you can use all of it. Okay, just get your scraps out, all the things that you saved that you didn't use, and it's kind of that kind of thing. It's almost like doing it. It's very similar to doing a cluster, so I know you're going to love it because everybody seems to love clusters. So here we go. So I have this base, and I'm going to start with the brown paper. That's how she started, and that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to tear a piece of the brown paper, and I don't want it so pretty, you know, so I'm going to, hope you can see me. Jeez. So I'm just going to take a piece of it on the inside here, so it kind of hangs out. And I'm going to make it look like she did, because I like that look. It's not even everywhere. Some places it hangs out more than others. You know what I mean? Okay, so like that. I think that's cute. So I'm going to put it down. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. I want this to, I am going to sew. You don't have to sew, but in the end, I'm going to sew mine. She sewed hers. I love the look of the sewing, and the sewing makes it look, when you put it on your page, it makes it look like it was sewn on. So I like that, and plus it's going to hold everything that you put down, so you don't have anything peeling away, peeling up. But I am going to use this good glue, because I always do, because it works really well. So there's that. So I got that on there. Okay. And I'm going to put it on the other side too. So again, I'm tearing. Don't want any really pretty straight edges or anything, you know. We're not going for that. I think that is pretty. So I'm gonna put it there. Yeah, we're not aiming to make this. We're making it shabby chic. Now, shabby chic is not the only style that you could do these in. You could do steampunk if you're working on a steampunk journal. You could do boho. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to do boho. Okay, so there we go. So I got some foof there hanging out, and now I'm going to do, well, let's see. What about this? I don't want that sticking out. I think I do. I'm just going to cut a piece of this, and I'm going to glue that in there in such a way that just that little edge Yeah. Don't you love it when you're glue? What happens to our glue, huh? Gets like a little glue booger in there or something. Alright, let's try again. Need to go get more glue. Every time I'm at the Hobby Lobby or wherever, Walmart, I seem to forget it until I'm almost out. So I'm going to put this in here so that the edge is like hanging out a little bit, you know. All right. So there we go. It's looking like that. Doesn't look like much, does it? Okay, so I need some book page. I think I have some book page over there. But I really like this particular book that I took apart. I like the print. So I'm gonna tear up all the pieces. I don't like all that white. I only use the text block. I just don't want all that. Okay, and so I'm gonna, let's see here. I'm gonna put that on there like you would anything else. All right, now I'm gonna ink y'all because I want it inked. I just got a new vintage photo. Look at that. It like really vintages it up. In fact, I'm gonna do this. Do this paper. Because if any of it does show anywhere, little pieces or anything, you know, I want it vintaged. I want it grungy. Not grungy necessarily. Well, yeah, I guess this is kind of grungy. All right. So here we go. This is going to go on the page like this. This will be one side. This will be the other side. I'm going to glue this down. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to switch to my glue stick, man. Now, glue stick, I don't trust glue stick. Almost every glue stick doesn't work properly. Doesn't stick very long. I do, however, like Scotch Create glue stick. This one. Scotch Create permanent glue stick. This is the best glue stick out there. So if you're going to use a glue stick, I recommend it. You know, there's nothing in it for me by telling you that. I'm just saying that it is a good glue stick. And if you're going to use it, use that one. All right. So we're going to get our book page down. So there we go. I'm gonna do that. So here we are so far. Ta-da! And let me see here. I want some of this. Look at that. Isn't that yummy? Oh my golly, that is so yummy. Do I want it all the way over? I might want it all the way over because my lace and stuff is going to go over here. So I want it to be seen. Look at that. Oh, I'm going to cut a piece of that. Okay, ladies. I'm gonna have to turn the camera off for 1 second and then I'll be right back because my chicken is in the oven cooking for dinner and it is, my buzzer is going off. I'll be right back. You won't even know I'm gone. Okay, I'm back. So here we go. We are going to put this on here. Oh, I so love that. Let me see. I get my little glue page out. I am going to use glue stick for this because it's just easier. Let's see. Yeah. Almost glued the wrong side. Oh, my little heart would have been broken. Okay, so here we go. All right. So I'm going to kind of put it like that. Fold it over. I guess I'll cut that part off. I'm going to cut it off. Right there. And I folded the rest over. Okay. So now we have that. Oh, look at all that glossy glue. Okay. All right. So now I have this. Now the one side is going to look like have the focal point on it, and the other side, well, we want to make it cute too, I guess. So we'll have to wait and see what I'm going to do that. Maybe what I can do is put some of this textured paper on there, which I absolutely love this. I absolutely love it. All right, so we can kind of, and we're just going to layer it a little. You know, I'm doing this without planning. This is like being done without planning ahead. You know, this is like impromptu. So if I screw it up, you'll get to see me do it on camera. So let's see, maybe here. Cover up a little more of that file folder. Right there. And perhaps that'll be good. I don't know. Maybe some of this. You know, because I don't always have time to do everything, to do one ahead and all that. It just seems like my life has been really super busy lately. All these things. And I had to grocery shop yesterday, and that's always a fiasco, if you ask me. And so, okay. What else? Oh, how about music paper? Okay, like, I don't know. How about a piece of music paper? I love music paper. And I might want it on both sides. So, let me see. Oh, this is really intense music paper. So, look at that. Naturally aged. Really like it. Just going to go around. It's very fragile. Just going to go around it a little bit. I'm not going to pull on it with that glue stick. I'm just going to put a little bit of this because it's very fragile. This is very old music paper. And I'm just going to put it there. See that? We're just kind of collaging a little bit. This is the beginning of this page edge. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Yes, indeed. I think that is going to make it right there. All right. Yep, I like it. When you love it, just slap it down. If you don't love it, don't do it. Because then you'll end up taking it apart. All right. Look at that. I love that. And that is pretty. And so now my piece. Now my piece is ready for a focal point. Okay. So it would be going on my page. Where's my page at? It would be going on my page like this. So all my laces and stuff, you know, you always want to put them here, but don't put them here or they don't go here. You want them hanging out of the end of the journal. So all of your lace is going to go on that side. And then when you turn over here, you're going to have the lace also showing. You might want to put, we might want to put something. We're gonna decorate it with like a focal point, just like you would a cluster. Okay, so let's take a look at all my little papers. So I have flowers. Oh my goodness. I have vintage ladies in here. I have butterflies. I have, like I could do a piece of this and I could do like make a floral. You know, I could tear around it and make a floral piece. I could wrap around and I could have, you know, I could do that. I could tear some of this pretty paper, like tear some of the around this flower and put it here. And I could put one over there as well. I could do that. I could kind of tear out this. This came out of my flow journal, Vicki. I love it. Of course, no straight edges. I would tear around it and then I could put that there. You know, that would have been pretty for my lavender journal. I didn't think of it then. Just didn't. Look at this. I could get that out of there and do that. I could take a vintage lady and put some kind of background behind her, you know, and put her on there. I wish I could get your opinions. I could do that. Oh, this is something, isn't it? I could do this here and then have her here. And you know, you have to be able to imagine that you see just the flower there and the vintage lady. And maybe a butterfly then, you know what I mean, up here. I'm liking that idea. What do you all think? And I have all these vintage ladies. I have that one even. Huh? Like her big hat. There's the purple thing. I have, you know, we have all these little papers that we get in these little ephemera things. I could, you know, fussy cut that out and put that there. Would that be pretty? I think it goes this way. That would be so pretty, wouldn't it? I got this thing for pink, girls. Got this thing for pink. Then on the back, I could do like a piece of this. The label with, get the label and this little thing here. I could. I have that. That could be fussy cut out and put on there. What if it was a lady steampunk journal? I'm gonna collage one of them. Okay, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to fussy cut this out, which is so annoying, but, you know, I got to do it. Do I want to fussy cut it, or do I just want to tear it and wrap it around? Just want to do that? No. No, I want to fussy cut it out. So I'm going to, and I'm not going to be so precious about the fussy cutting either, okay? I'm not going to, like, you know, when you fussy cut, the best thing to do is to move the paper and not your scissors. You'll be much happier, and leave a little bit of a border, you know, just a tiny little bit of border around your piece. Don't cut right up against everything. And if you do that, you will be much happier with what you get in the end. And as you can see, I am mostly moving my paper. I'm moving the paper, not the scissors, you know. So with my left hand, I am moving the paper, and with my right hand, with the scissors, I am trying to keep it on track so I get, like, you know, a border. And see, it didn't take long, and look at that. So pretty. Look at that. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of the white off, because this is Shabby. Okay, and Shabby is Shabby. It's right up there with grunge, I think. All right, a lot of times it doesn't have to be. I didn't do my Mother's Day journal in grunge because my mother, you know, my mother would not have understood grunge. And if she's looking down from heaven, I want her to understand grunge. I mean, what I was doing. I wouldn't want to make it grungy, and then she'd say, "Why did you make it dirty?" You can just hear her saying that. Why would you make it dirty? So I didn't do that. It's pretty though. I love it myself. I love it so much. All right. So I have that. Isn't that pretty? These are so pretty. I think I'm going to put the lace over here so that I don't mess this up. I could have put the lace on here, or I could put the lace on here and it would cover it up some, but I don't really want to do that. Don't want to do that. And I think I want a butterfly on it. You know, I just want a butterfly on it because why not? And I have one, I think, already fussy cut in here somewhere. Look at that. Will that go on there? Now, I know that a lot of you girls, you know, you're buying laces from different people that are selling laces. So I know you have laces. And why can't I find my butterfly when I want it? Why? Why does that happen? You know you put it in here in the pile. But where is it? Ugh. Unbelievable. Here it is. Unbelievable. So I'm just going to use this little butterfly right up here. I'm going to put it. Are y'all being able to see me here? I hope you are. I'm going to show you. If you don't see me now, stay with me because I'm going to show you this beautiful thing in the end. I'm hoping I'm in the... I keep working my way down toward me, but it's hard to work up here. All right, so now I have this so far. This is what I have. This is how it would go on the page. Now, I'm going to put lace on it now. So this... Now, if you didn't like lace and you were doing something where you weren't going to do a lot of lace, you could actually just do it paper. Now, you would have to put something over here, you know, to make it pretty on this side. But, you know, you you don't have to put lace on, but we're putting lace on these. And for the swap, get your lace out. So now the fun part will be to try and put some lace on here. That's going to look good. And we don't want it to be all the same laces and all, you know, neat and everything. Maybe I'll put like this much of this lace here. I'm going to audition it, you know. And this is cut to perfect for me, so I'm going to... Yeah, sometimes you can get things too perfect. You know, you don't necessarily want it all so perfect. So, what about that? Okay. And what about... a little snippet. And what about... a piece of this? You see, I'm not putting all the same thing there. What about if I put this over here? Glue the lace down and then kind of put this little seam binding thing like right there. Twist it a little. What about that? That would look pretty, wouldn't it? So let's glue the laces down. So you see how this is? It's really not hard. It doesn't take that long. And you're going to end up with something super cute. Whoops, wrong side. I'm going to cut this down a little. This is, you know, it's too wide. It's needs to be on the edge of the page, like that. Oops, I keep putting it on the wrong place. I like it like that. I like it like that. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here with some Fabri-Tac. My husband calls me a glue sniffer because I'm always using this Fabri-Tac glue that he says smells really, you know. And how did I have this? I think I had it kind of like that. Maybe underneath. Maybe underneath. And kind of not perfect. Maybe like that. Yeah, maybe like that. I like it like that. There's a song, man. I like it like that. From back in the day. Alright. And then I'm going to put this one. Maybe I'll put this one on this side. Nope. Nope. It has to go on the same side. Nope, nope, nope. And I like the roughness of that. Hold that there. Now, look at that. Isn't it pretty? This is too perfect for me. Okay. I like it. Do I need something else? I'm going to take this little piece and snip it And I like the roughness there. I like the way that looks. And let's see, pulling at this a little bit, just a little. You know, get it where I want it. Oh boy, look at here. Look at this scrap. Just look at this scrap. Just look at that. That looks beautiful. I like it just like that. Because I like the little bit of corner sticking out, the pink up here. Okay. And then it's not really showing all the way down, but when you go over here, it just is so pretty. Do we like that? I do. I like it, so I'm doing it, man. I love it. So are you seeing how easy and really not that doesn't take that long. I mean, it's only taken me a little bit longer because I haven't even thought it through. You know, I'm just kind of winging it. I'm just kind of doing it as I go here, which is what you're going to do, but it's still not taking all that long. Look at that. So that side looks pretty, you know, looks pretty. And all that glue, man. And then we'll cut that. So there it is. And over here, we do need something. We need a little something. And I think I'm just going to put like a, how about if I put like a, somewhere I had little labels. Where are they? Maybe here. Maybe there's something in this little pack of goodies. That's like a little label that will look good on there. I don't know. Let me get them out. Oh, look at that. Look, it has a rose. Look at that. With a bird, it has, look at that. Yep. There it is. There it is. Oh my golly. All this pretty stuff just happening. See how it happens? You get all your stuff out. Get all your pretties out. And you just start making things look super cool. Now I think I like that. Where is that piece of, here it is. You know, I really like this. Like right there. What do you guys think? Like if I were to just, I don't know, I want it to be kind of twisted on there and kind of, you know, like that. I want it to, I wonder if I could iron it that way and then glue it down. I don't know. Do you like that or no? Yes or no? I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not on this one. Maybe this one has everything it needs. You know, you can do more on the back. I'm not going to, because I might make it a tuck, or I might put it in a journal and then think of it. You know what I mean? So this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to sew it. I am going to sew down and around. I'm going to open it up and a little bit here, and I'm going to sew down here, and I'm going to sew down here. I am going to do that. And then when it goes on the page, look at that. You see that? And the other side will look pretty with all that lace hanging out. You know, I could do something with this. I could lift this up before it gets too glued down. And if I wanted to, I could put that little piece of stuff there. Leave it hang out a little bit at the top and bottom. Might do that because, you know, I seem to be obsessed with putting it there. Maybe twisted like that. What do you think? I'm going to try it. Woo woo, here I go. I just dot the glue a little bit because I don't want it to look all gluey. And this is going to go back down. How perfect is that? Whoops, wait a second. See how I do this? This is how I do. This is how I do it. Just until I like it. Till I like it. What do you think? I like it. I like it that way. It looks messy. It looks shabby. It looks not perfect. You know what I mean? Not perfect. There we go. Now I'm going to like that better. See that? I'm going to love that now. And so I have these buttons, vintage buttons, and I like to use a shank button. The shank button is the one that has the little thingy on there. Can you see that in the camera? It's not a flat button, but when it goes on these clips, it lays flat. Like you can't put a regular button on here because to lay flat, then this has to be this way. So when you use these shank buttons though, they lay kind of flat. See that? If I put that on there, it's going to lay flat. And I like it on there. I think I like it up at the top. And, you know, if I don't like it, I can change it later. I can take it off of there or whatever I want to do. Or I can put it on this lace. I can attach it on this lace. I mean, the girl in the video did little bead dangles and jewelry pieces and things like that, which you could totally do. But I like these vintage buttons. Look at that. So when I put it on, let's put it on the page. Let's look at it again. Okay, here's your page tab. Just imagine this is your journal page. I think it's beautiful. And on this, look at that. On this side, that little button hangs out. Look at that. When you open it, it looks just as pretty as the other side. It's just a little different. And you can put it on there and glue it on there in such a way that this could be a tuck. And how cute is that? How cute is that, ladies? Can you see it? Oh my gosh. Look at that. How cute is that in your journal? So, I am hoping, I'm only going to do the one because of time, but I'm going to do some more. And I am hoping that you all will join the swap and make some of these for your upcoming journals. You can make them neutral. You can make them in your style. You can make them to go with a particular journal that you're going to do coming up. You could do, like I said, boho. You could do steampunk. You could do Alice in Wonderland. You could do a lavender one. You could do anything you want. Look at that. That is pretty neutral and is going to go into a lot of journals that I make. It's going to go into a botanical journal. It would go into a romantic journal, a vintage journal. You know, look at that. And who wouldn't love that? So, you can make them, like I said, you can make them different lengths. I made like the medium size, which I really like that. And I like the smaller one too. So you can do, this is the longer one. It's a little bit longer. It takes up a little more of the page, but they're all going to be beautiful. And it wasn't real hard. As you could see, I used a lot of scrap and snippet pieces and just added focal points. You don't have to have expensive beads and jewelry. Get yourself some vintage buttons, or just go to the store and buy buttons that have the little shank on them that are pretty, and go with whatever style you're doing. And you can put a button on a bulb clip or a safety pin and pin it on there, and it's just as pretty as any of the jewelry that she put on her. So, you know, or any of the beads. So there you go, ladies, and I hope you will join the swap. It is the paper, shabby paper and lace tabs swap, and it's going to be starting in a couple of days. You can sign up now, and you can go ahead and get started, have them finished and ready to go. So I hope you will join, and I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. And if you enjoy my videos, then you might want to subscribe, because I do tutorials and I do flip throughs of design team projects and journals that I make. And so just click the subscribe button and you'll receive a notification of anything that I put out, because sometimes I put it out there on the page and it might get lost and you might not see it as soon as you need to see it. So I'm going to be posting this video in the event, on the event page, as well as the other one that I watched. I have it already there, but I'm going to put mine out there so that you can see that how easy it really is. I mean, I did this from scratch without putting a lot of thought into it. I just got all my little bits and bobs and scraps out. So after I make another one, you know, you make 2 of these and you're done. And they're beautiful. And they're kind of, I'm thinking I'm going to make a bunch because they're kind of addictive. And I have a couple of journals in mind coming up. So I will want to have these things at the ready so that I can just pull them and say, oh, this goes with this journal. Or, oh, this one will go with this journal. And I can just add this or that. I can add a butterfly here. I can add a different button, whatever. So there you go, ladies. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.